Yes, another day, another DeFi drama, and another depegging event. Was it a hack or was it a glitch? Either way, aUSD or Acala USD, the over-collateralized stablecoin native to Polkadot and Kusama, got absolutely Shkrelli'd. Hang on, is that Hard Rock Nick? So, here's what went down. A misconfiguration of the newly launched IBTC aUSD liquidity pool resulted in the accidental minting of a significant amount of aUSD. Allow me to translate. Resulted in 1.2 billion aUSD being minted out of thin air, debasing the value of the token and ultimately resulting in a 99% drop. Late on Saturday night, a network contributor spotted some unusual activity and sounded the alarm. And within 2 hours, Acala governance initiated a vote to pause Acala swap and identify the root cause. And things moved pretty fast because scarcely 30 minutes later, the issue was identified and an urgent governance vote was passed to stem the bleeding. Over the next few hours, further governance votes were passed to slam the brakes on the wider ecosystem, including EVM, Honzon Protocol, the Chainlink Oracle palette, and more. The goal was to keep the value on the network, because while attention was on one wallet believed to belong to the hacker, roughly 1.6 million of ill-gotten gains were successfully taken off-chain by others exploiting the error, kind of like a small-scale version of what we saw with the Nomad hack a few weeks back. Some LP providers who found themselves the beneficiaries of this sudden windfall were able to secure their gains either by sending aUSD to Moonbeam, swapping for DOT and sending it to Polkadot, or swapping for IBTC and sending on to Interlay. And
bingo, bango, bongo,
bish, bash, bosh.
However, to keep things in perspective, the on-chain post-mortem suggests 99% of the 1.2 billion tokens remained in Acala, with tracing efforts pinpointing 16 wallets containing a combined total of 1,288,561,129 accidentally minted aUSD. And it appears that one lucky Acala user with no ill intent actually scooped up the lion's share. The so-called hacker exploiting the software bug may not have been a hacker at all, and so far, in spite of all the headlines, there is zero evidence to suggest they were. Reaching out to the Spanish-language Acala Twitter profile on Monday and clearly keen to cooperate, a user named Juame El Gran outed themselves as the accidental aUSD billionaire, citing the situation as a fault of the system and not themselves as a user. Anyway, the more compelling story here isn't so much what went wrong, but actually what went right. The community called a referendum. The proposal was as follows: to see the billion-plus erroneously minted aUSD returned to Honzon Protocol to be effectively burned, as well as the 4 million still in the IBTC aUSD reward pool to be returned and
effectively burned.
And the votes were near unanimous. 95% said aye, and only 5% said no. Not everyone was thrilled, with this guy asking, why should these people get their rewards burnt and be penalized? Is there actually anything linking these addresses to an actual hack? Unless there is, for all we know, those people were just in the right place at the right time. This is a democracy, goddammit!
This is Democracy Manifest.
And the community has spoken. The order has been executed, and at the time of recording, aUSD is well on the way to restoring PEG. As Pastore put it, zero headlines about how Acala managed the situation, solved the problem, and aUSD is recovering its PEG in 24 to 48 hours. 1,000 headlines when aUSD lost its PEG. Draw your own conclusion. Okay, so there's clearly a global conspiracy against DOT and its wider ecosystem. But this is a great example of on-chain governance working in real time to mitigate against any real damage. As Alice and Bob described it, Substrate fixes it. Parachains are DAOs out of the box, giving us the tools to remedy exploits quicker and easier than ever before. The current issue shows how it can be done. After what some have called DeFi hack summer, it's refreshing to see a community bounce back quickly from adversity thanks to the systems and processes in place. Acala was the first parachain winner on Polkadot and the beating heart of DeFi in the ecosystem. And the fact that governments was able to move so quickly and handle the situation could go a long way to restoring any lost confidence. What do you think? Is this a great example of Substrate's agility with on-chain governance? Or is the fact that they could act in the manner they did ringing some centralization alarm bells? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, check out our newsletter, subscribe, and of course, stay safe. This was the Defiant.